when the Holy Spirit is born as human soul, in different days, the different drama of their lives. And in this age, when intelligence, brain is growing, heart is contracting, and there is no integrity of family, there is no integrity of society or nations. The drama of such holy person is completely different than the drama of the previous prophets. Thakur was always kind, sympathetic to all, but extremely strong. He never indulged any kind of weakness in anybody. The general weaknesses are attachment to sex, sexual relation, any kind of attraction as illusions, any meanness or vanity, any ungratefulness or ingratitude, any idleness or submission to any passion. He could not tolerate in a human soul. He said, these are all diseases. You can be free. Hatred. He has got no conception about what is hatred. One can feel superior or inferior, or they have got inferiority, superiority complexes. But none has got any right to hate anybody. He was very particular for the ground of good birth, means right matching of husband-wife, right spirit of husband-wife, and mutual love, understanding, respect. Because through husband-wife, new children, humanity is born. He was giving very importance to the instincts. because instincts are the pattern of movement of life, pattern of growth. High breed, low breed, very important. Next he gave importance how the child will be mother-centric. Son will be mother-centric, daughter will be father-centric, and they will grow in the environment of right love, affection, and good behavior. And the training must be given during the morning shows the day, during the morning childhood, say till 5 years or 10 years. After educating the character, he wanted to educate their brain, and training their mind so that every individual life will be adjusted by controlling the mind and concentric love for the ideal. Then only he can be free from all those diseases. What should be the ideal wifehood, husbandhood, ideal fatherhood, manhood? He used to describe all the time their behavior, their conducts, their day-to-day lives, what should be, so that others can pick up from his description. Each family must be self-sufficient to maintain themselves through any kind of cottage industry or any kind of profession as can suit them, so that they can also serve others. Pauperism and poverty, or any kind of continuous feelings of wants, are extreme enemy for the human life and its growth. So how one can be dynamic, serviceable, and each step should be profitable? He was energizing and pushing everyone towards that. Of course, there are many spiritual techniques for self-elevation, self-adjustment, or self-realization, but his technique was very simple, which was the latest technique for the present world. It is based on philosophy, psychology, science, and the real spiritual science. Every human being being the part of the supreme beauty, supreme truth, love, knowledge, goodness, kindness, and energy, dynamism. So that is their real nature. By continuous auto-suggestion to oneself that they are not the diseased soul, but they are the real the soul. And repeatedly helping themselves to maintain that qualities of divine life or real nature of those purity, love, peace, kindness. And behaving accordingly, one becomes that. There is a technique. But more one helps others to energize their goodness, more he is helped, he grows. So he wanted that everyone should meditate their ideal, the Lord, their character of the Lord, the spirit of the Lord in human form, as well as auto-suggestion. And with the vibration of the seed of sound, the holy name, and continuous helping the environment to grow through love, service, one will certainly develop. But it needs good parents, good training, then good environment. Above all, concentric love for Lord, the Guru, or the Holy Spirit. We cannot conceive a spirit without a matter. We conceive electricity through the touch or to the movement of motors, fans, refrigerator, electric light. Its manifestation tells what it is. The manifestation of the devotees' life with the qualities they observe in their Guru, in their own life, makes one feel, yes, he has accepted the Holy Spirit through Guru. Then, through everyone, through everything, he finds some good, something good in everything. He also gave very importance to all those sources of living, growing, being, becoming. These sources are right agriculture, industry, commerce, art, culture, and any kind of source of income by which each one will help other and mutually help each other for happy existence and coexistence with interdependable attitude. As a tie of hearts and interest and common interest, he felt, but the happiness of the whole humanity. By the unity of all faith, all good people, holy men, prophets. And he explained that essentially religion is one. It is a common principles of being and becoming. But there is no point of following any religion or the common principles without the principle. So everybody must need a guide, a living guide, who can be trusted only on one condition, one characteristic, whether he is carrying the devotees or followers to the truth, towards the right ideal of humanity, towards their faith and their spirit of Lord, towards Godhood, towards the freedom of their life, or binding them to some institution or their own personal game. So there are many false prophets, false gurus, and there are many real messengers, real angels born as a human soul. So it is up to devotees to judge. And follow. When I met Thakur, I was a child. Of course, my parents met him before my birth. But I have never felt so much attraction towards him. I used to feel I am born out of his flesh. I did not feel from my own father and mother so much. Although I have got some intimate friends in childhood, but perhaps it is he who was pulling me towards him continuously, or he felt the same thing for me. As if I am born as he, out of him. And with that intense affinity of cohesive urge of both, I was brought up. Any glory in my childhood for the victory of soccer match or any kind of success, the news was carried to him as if he was my beloved the best. Whatever my life thereafter, worldly life, spiritual life, wandering life, life searching after truth, coming back to Thakur or whatever happened. Main thing that there was a thread. I was a kite and he was just a wheel, and there was a thread. The kite was moving round. He pulled me back, gave me shelter in his own heart. And that heart was simple wooden house. He never stayed in palace. Although he was a king of all kings, he was born not with a silver spoon or golden spoon in mouth, like me. He was born and eating on the banana leaves. He was born as a nature's baby. I don't like to say whether how many wise men came and how many stars were burning in the sky and what happened. But it was true that he never wept. He smiled when he came. Either that is another kind of sickness of the baby. But why that baby was so much mother-centric till he died, or her mother died. And that mother whom he was worshipping was a very majestic lady, but was loving other children more than him sometimes. But why that lady, great mother of Thakur, was loving me so much that he was holding me in his bed and making me sleep under her arms? Why not she could have called many grandchildren of Thakur or Thakur's children? And why I was so much drawn to that mother when she got eczema to the feet. I was just washing and giving bandages. I was 10 years boy. Why that intimacy was there, I could not know. Perhaps that gentleman, great guru of my parents, whom I lastly accepted, I accepted him as my beloved, the best, not the guru. I don't know what is guru. I know there are many gurus in every lines of life. There are gurus how to drive or pilot the plane. There are gurus how to cook in the kitchen. Many gurus. In spiritual line there are so many gurus. But I never expected any kind of guru, because I never wanted God, I never wanted anything. I wanted to enjoy the periods of my life with whatever I liked, sports, hearing music, or being free, doing anything I do, but not harming anybody, but pleasing everybody. By giving love to all and die with love. What is my purpose of life? I don't reach godhood or God or anything. Anyway, so in that respect I could never believe there is any God or there is anybody like God, but I believed that there is a man who can love, who can help. There is a man who can transform a dirty man into a divine man. So if there be God anywhere, it might be hidden in him. And if it is hidden in him, and he can distribute that God to anybody, so God is omnipresent everywhere, omnipotent, omniscient. This is how I realized God. Lastly, I thought what God can do to the mad people who are trying and fighting and making the world dirty, killing each other, fighting each other, exploiting each other, exploiting the nature, plants, animals, these, that. Why not they exploit the energy, spirit? Why the exploiting the matter? Yes, there are many matters under the ocean, under the earth. There is many matters even in many glands of the body. They can exploit them and cure themselves. To be happy, to be comfortable in their life and love. Religion does not say sacrifice. Religion says to enjoy. Religion does not say rituals only. Rituals is the condition of reconditioning the mind by which one can be free. But if the mind is not free, rituals become another world of bondages. So I was searching not freedom, but the world of bondages. Looking to myself, not to others. And I have gone through, under circumstances of my life, associations and condition created by that beloved Thakur, yes, I used to say him Sadguru to teach others, but at that time I was calling my beloved Thakur. I don't know whether he was my dadu or father or mother or friend. But that man created such a circumstances. I was just molding, and he was taking out the juices of complexes and prejudices and imaginations and so many things which are most unreal and diseases, germs. But one thing I helped him to help me, my surrender, my trust in him. And honestly, I loved him more than my parents, wife, children, world, glory, name, fame, or any damn thing, power, position, world. That is true. It is still true today. It will be true eternally. And that truth is the key of success for the devotees. Anyway, when he opened my eyes, which was so long closed with so many mantras, tantras, yogos, rituals, prayer, meditations, divine light and TM, DM, and so many things. DM means, my name was DM at that time, Dayamaya. And so many things. Church service, mosque service. I visited mosque a number of times. I read Quran, I read little bit of Bible. I got association with the Spirit of Christ, and many bishops and fathers met me in my childhood, loved me. I got so many connections with any kind of spiritual movement, social movement, even the political movement. But what movement I was born for? It's a movement, man-making movement, the movement of bringing real heaven on earth, the movement of uniting mankind in one common faith, in one Spirit of God, the movement of completely wiping out the tears of mankind suffering from all the diseases, wants, worries, and unnatural path of finding pleasure temporarily. If a man or a woman enjoy all the enjoyment of this art through food, comfort, sex, culture, art, power, greatest power, positions, wealth, and any kind of enjoyment for the world, still he is empty. He is empty. I realized it. I realized it. Then still he will be searching something. That love which can love all, not one place. And that emotion of unification which can embrace the entire universe as one being, own self, to find the truth that He and the Holy Spirit and the Father or Lord are the same, distributed in every atom of the universe. That wisdom or understanding, who is he, who is she, what is happening, what is doing, the world of causes, the investigation of all the causes of understanding, why, what, how, everything, clear picture of the entire galaxies after galaxies, what is happening. And he will say, everything is all right. Everything is bright. And that is called real sight. When I got that sight and felt everything bright, including me, I was so much anxious to tell all, come, come, I have got the truth, come, come, I will take you to freedom, come, come, I will take to your Lord, come, come, come. I was going on. Yes, many day of crucifixion came to my life, through many emotions of women, many ways of condemnation, many ways of terrible oppositions and things, but I came out of all this and become very strong. Through opposition one becomes strong. Through the pressure, coal becomes diamond. And I have seen the game of that great master, my beloved, the best. I have seen how he behaves with man, his ego, his limitation, his attachment. But he was always encouraging. And if he is to hit his complexes and clean him, indirectly, sometimes directly, according to the stiffness of ego or mildness of ego. And there was a chain reaction among them. And thus, more they were growing, more they were getting attracted towards him. And more they are getting blow, more they are running, some run away, some stayed, and like this growing. And creating some commotion in them so that they can carry that commotion to the other side. Regarding women, you know very well, women don't want anything else. They don't want God. They don't want Guru. They don't want freedom. Only thing women want, to hold someone as own, and from that one to become multiplied in the infinite. That is why women holding husband becomes the mother of so many children. That is why women loving someone carries that love to all. Many women came round him. And there was a world of gopis, girlfriends. There was a world of... And as one used to feel him, so he was acting automatically. It's wonderful. At the same time he acting with another one. Another one is asking of Baba, and he was acting as father. And it's miraculous. In a second, millions of millions of... It's a beautiful person. Wonderful. With my right sight I was seeing and amazing. Many abused him, many wanted to marry him, many wanted to condemn him, many... But still he was carrying on. One thing, he could not help but to love. Whether you behead him, condemn him, create any kind of disorder or any kind of trouble, he could not help but to give love. He was giving love to women, giving truth to men, but his love is continuous where the truth was flowing, and he was going to give little bit of consciousness to those who are seeking love. But as one's computer working, either the love of that Lord or God, or the love for the flesh and blood, he has done his duty rightly. His family, when asking him, oh, give this, give that, oh, these children is doing this, he was doing just as an ideal father, ideal husband, just that part. Unfortunately, many of his relatives close could not recognize his godhood, and they just availed the opportunity of his wealth, care, affection. Practically they missed him. Many visitors come and then see, I'm just picking up from what I have observed. As one approaches, so he acts. If one approaches with all devotion and care, with all faith, at the inspiration or impetus of some devotee, then that visitor instantaneously got him. I brought such 42,000 visitors. Whoever loved me, accepted me, I've thrown those flowers to his feet. Because I don't need anybody except him. Yes, I need someone who can make me feel him all the time by his love and devotion.